Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a get ready with me. Unfortunately in a minute you're going to be seeing my bare face, which is horrific at the moment due to my hormones and pregnancy. I will also be showing you what products I use, and all the products will be linked in the description. So if you have any questions, just click on them links. Anything from Primark, unfortunately I don't know the availability of it, and that could change. So anything, hopefully you can just go in the store and see if it's in there. If not, then unfortunately you're going to have to compromise with something else. They always do the same sort of products, it's just in different packaging. So yeah, hopefully you guys can find them, and hopefully you enjoy the video. We are nearly at 600 subscribers, which is crazy because I wanted to hit 500 for my end of year. So to get nearly 100 more than that would be insane. So if you're not already, make sure to subscribe. I upload weekly every Wednesday, and let's get into the video. I just want to show you what I'm actually got all my makeup in. At the moment I'm staying at my mum's house during the whole situation, so I have only got limited amount of makeup. So this is probably going to be a very basic look that I'm going to be doing. It's Ted Baker bag, and I normally just keep everything in here. So I've got a few palettes, and my brushes are in here, which I hate having my brushes in here because I feel like they get very damaged, but it's kind of just my travel bag at the moment. I actually got this from the 3 for 2 sale last Christmas at Boots, because I had to buy 3 presents and I needed 2 things, so I treated myself to a nice little box. And then at home I have the IKEA storage, which when I do get back to my own place I will be doing kind of an organisation video of how I keep everything organised and how I keep everything in storage. The first thing I start off with is primer. So is the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. Yeah, primer. I will put links to everything that is still available. Obviously I've had this makeup for a while now because I've been using it for a while now, so I don't actually know what's still going to be available. I don't unfortunately know the price of things. I think some of the things were like £7 to £10, so you don't need a lot of this. This is quite a thick kind of formula. It's so annoying because it's a very old tube. As you can see that everything's just starting to come off of it now, so obviously it's very, I need to get a new one soon. But the good thing about Revolution is it's all online, so even during the current situation we can still get our makeup when we need to. So what I normally do is I just take a little bit and I put it on both of my cheeks, and then I will put it on my forehead, on my chin, and then down my nose. So it's just kind of rub that all in together. It does spread really easily. I do normally use an eye primer. Unfortunately I haven't got it in my bag, so I won't be able to prime my eyes, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. And I normally try and make sure that I am priming into my hairline as well. This is due to my hormone increase, which is something that a lot of people deal with during pregnancy, so I'm not going to be ashamed about having them. The next thing I use is the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. So I do have the liquid one as well, which I can't remember what it is, but I will link that in the description, because if I don't use this I normally use that one. And I get the shade F1 because, as you can see, my face is very pale. Now this is obviously very old as well, so you can't really see. I tend to not have it sticking out that much. I kind of just drag it down, so then I know that I'm not going to be applying a lot to my face. How I apply this is I would literally just do a line across my forehead, a line down each cheek, but I do it very gently. Now this comes off really thick, so it's really important that you're not going across it really heavy. Make sure you are only applying it lightly. So I'm just going to quickly look in the mirror to make sure that I am not ruining my face. So, and then what I would do is I would go across my chin like that, and then I would take a little bit down my nose. So I'm kind of just getting the main areas because it does blend out very, very well. The brush that I use for this is the Primark brush actually, and this is the HD Kabuki brush, and this is in one of their multi-pack sets. So it's the 101. You can buy these brushes separately or you can get it in one of their sets, so it is really handy to have. So it is just the HD Kabuki brush. Now this is actually really good for Primark. I actually bought the whole set of theirs because of how good it is, and I always actually go back to get them when I need it renewing. This isn't going to be like a heavy makeup look, it's generally just going to be a natural look so that I don't scare people away when I walk past them. You obviously can build this one up. It's really good on building that foundation look, so if you do want to kind of add more to the forehead or add more to your pores, obviously make sure you do that. It's whatever you feel comfortable with, really. The next step that I go on to is the Ultra Long Wear Concealer. So it is a full coverage, lightweight, PS my perfect colour. So this one was actually £2.50, the 01 shade, and this is actually from Primark. I don't want to be mixing it with that base foundation because obviously that is quite a matte finish, so I tend not to put a lot in them areas. So as you can see, I'm covering them areas, and then I will just get a little bit and put it under my eyes. When I get bags, I get them very badly. So I will just be going in with the same brush I just used, and that will be the HD Kabuki brush. We'll just gently, very gently tap that in. So anyways, I feel like while I'm doing some of my makeup, I feel like I could just have a little chat to you guys, because I can imagine it's quite boring just watching someone put some makeup on. I know I find it very interesting, but some of you guys won't. I wanted to kind of address a few things in the first video I made when I kind of went over the fact that I had some mental health issues. Now, a lot of people were asking me afterwards how I deal with it, and I feel like it's a very good question, because I know a lot of people obviously have it, and my experience is different to many other people's, and I'm not going to ever advise something that isn't going to be, it's not going to be helpful to others, because even though I do it this way, it's not going to be the same for everyone else. So make sure that I talk to someone about it. So at the moment I am talking to people, and it's really good because at the moment it's telephone calls, which I find a lot easier because you're not doing that face to face, and that's obviously what sometimes affects my anxiety, is actually meeting new people. So having it over the phone is a lot easier for me because I feel like they don't know who I am, and I don't know, it just helps. So yeah, I definitely talk to people about it, and I always recommend talking to people. I will put a few helplines down in the description for anyone that is dealing with it now. And when I got depression, I started kind of having doubts about the way that I looked and the way that I kind of felt about myself, and that's what led me to have my very bad anxiety. So my battery is dying, so I'm hoping I can get as much done of my makeup as possible. The next thing I do is my contour. So I only do a very brief contour because, like I said, I've got a very light skin tone, so any dark thing that I put on my face will be very dark. This is Profusion Cosmetics contour palette, which I got in the 3 for 2 at Boots again for Christmas. So you've got 2 highlights and then the contour shades, and then I also use the contour brush by Real Technique. It's obviously very, I don't know if that's focusing or not, but you know what it looks like. I normally go with the, so there's light sculpt and tan sculpt. I normally go with the light one, and I'll literally just lightly tap it because I don't want a lot of product there. So I definitely need a mirror to see, because otherwise I am gonna do the wrong thing. Lightly brush up now. I'll just keep going over that same line there. Now I tend not to just do the pout face that people make. Obviously you do pose when you're putting makeup on, but I tend not to do that because I feel like when you're posing, you're changing your face shape. When you do the other side, it's not going to be as uneven. So this side actually looks a lot darker because of the sunlight coming in from the window. So what I normally do is I actually get an eyeshadow brush. Now this is an eyeshadow brush I only use for highlighter. Are you gonna focus? There we go, there we go. So I normally try and go in with this one, which is called Miracle. So I literally just dab it on, and I will go over this bit of my cheek. So unfortunately my camera battery died, so you actually didn't get to see the end of the last clip. So as I was saying, I basically just use an eyeshadow brush and that highlighter, and I just go along here, and then a little bit on my nose and a little bit here as well. I tend not to do it under my eyebrows because I just feel like it's just too much for me. Next thing I do is my eyeshadow. So I've got the Nude Eyes Profusion Cosmetics palette, which is the exact same as the contour one, but this one is very nice. Here I tend to always go for like the orangey brown colours. I never really go too bold because otherwise I just look a mess really. Going for this colour here, which is the Zing colour, and then I will be also going into these two colours here. I am using the Profusion and then lightly just buff it out. I literally just put this all over my eyelid. I tend to go over it with like a really light shade first, so I get a little bit and apply it all over and putting it over again. This palette was really cheap, as I think I can remember, and yeah, it was really cheap and it's really a good palette. Because obviously I am going in with a lighter colour, I do change my brush. I will go into the shade Dull and Fly, and this is the Eye and Crease Contour Brush 251 from Primark, and I'll literally just put that into the corner. Go back to this brush which I use for the highlighter, and on the eye palette there is a very glittery one, which is this one, and I'll just put this right in the corner of my eyes. This is the products I use for my eyebrows. So I have the No. 7 Beautiful Eyebrow Sculpting Pencil. This is how I define my eyebrows, and then I go in with the Brow This Way Rimmel London Duo, and then I just go in with the PS eyeshadow brush. It doesn't say what it is, it just looks like this. So it is the angled brush, and then I'll just start going through them and brushing out any product that I might have got in them from the foundation. So I've literally got that much left in it. Be kind of just going over the top. So I don't go all the way along, I don't want that really defined line, but I will be going along it so that I can kind of still see where I want my eyebrow to go. And you can see that gap there now, and I'll just make sure that it's not a lot. So what I normally do is I come here and I go to where the end of my eyebrow is, go from here, and I'll move back a little bit, because what I want to do is right at the end I'll start blending down so this bit is a lot lighter, just lightly brushing it back. Then I will just kind of go over any areas that I've missed, and then what I'll do when there's not as much product on the brush is I will just kind of blend that in. So now we have to try and match the other one, but we have an eyebrow, So yeah, that is all I do for them. PS, Workout No Sweat Sweat Resistant Face Powder. So it's this one, and then I just use my Real Techniques buffing brush, which you probably all know what this looks like as well. What I normally do is I very lightly tap under my eyes. I don't want to be causing any more irritation to that area for me, because it can get very irritating very quickly. Is the rest of it, I'll just kind of buff that into my skin, just to set the look. It's mascara, and I just need to put it on and just didn't tell you what it was. So this is the PS False Lash Queen. It looks like this one. So I just kind of very gently go over them. I don't go right into my eye, because I feel like doing that puts a lot of pressure onto the eyelash. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm literally just sitting to watch TV. Probably put The Greatest Showman on, but that's about it. Never touch wet mascara if it falls on your face. I used to do it all the time and it smudges. Always wait, get a cotton bud and just dab it away. Now that will obviously save you so much hassle. Okay, so the last step I actually do is I do get a cotton bud, I put some hot water on it, and then I will just go over the lips. This just helps because I think using a wipe, sometimes you end up just wiping the whole area. Getting a cotton bud, because it's such a small area, you kind of just are able to get right on the edges. This just helps get any product off your lips. So it's not the best look, but this is just kind of my like everyday look if I need to go out and socialise. This is the finished look. Don't forget to give it a like. Also, comment some ideas that you would like me to do. We are nearly at 600 now, so it would be great to hit 600. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification button as well to make sure you're notified every Wednesday when I upload. Bye!